Hey guys, my name is Melanie Ludy and welcome back to my channel. So by the time this video is going live, it's going to be August. I can't believe that summer is almost over, but with the start of August is the start of almost the new school year. So I've been thinking a lot this summer, and my theme for 2021 is going to be work less and live more. The next couple weeks in August, I'm going to put together a playlist on some things I think you should start working on to work less and live more. And then I'm going to keep coming back to it throughout the year with other topics that I think are relevant to that idea. So if that works for you, stay tuned. First up on that playlist, things I'm not doing this school year. Let's hit the list. Before I get started with that list though, please hit that like button down below and subscribe to this channel. It really does help me out, and make sure you'll stay updated with this playlist as it goes through the year. So my first big one, I'm not gonna be taking work home this year. So in previous school years, I would bring home big piles of grading in bags, and I never want to do it. And then if I actually did do it, it was a huge drain. It ate up my whole evening, it ate up my whole weekend, and then I had no time for me, my family, my friends, none of it. So this year, I'm definitely not doing it. By taking work home, you're actually decreasing your hourly rate. So as teachers, we're pretty much salary, but it helps to think of it hourly. So let's say you make 52 grand a year salary. So that would mean $1,000 a week, assuming no tax, insurance, whatever. So 40 hours makes $1,000 a week. Let's say you bring home work and you do like an hour every night, which is on the low side for some people. I know it was low for me. I could easily do 2 to 3 hours a night. Then let's say you do another 5 hours on the weekend. So instead of your normal 40-hour week, it's now 50 hours. So at 40 hours a week, you're making $1,000. That's $25 an hour. But if you're working 50 hours for that same $1,000, you then make $20 an hour. You went from $25 to $20 an hour. That's a 20% decrease in your hourly worth. Your time is valuable. You're not making any extra money for that time that you work outside of school. So really try and cut that back or cut it out altogether. In the same vein, I'm also not going to be working over the weekend. School is Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, or whatever your contract hours are. That's the time it should live in. Enjoy your weekends with your family, your friends. It'll make you a better teacher and a better person, because you're not going to be so stressed and worried about work and always in this work mode. It needs to be able to shut off so you can come back with a fresh mind. The third thing I'm not doing this year is assigning busy work. So busy work would be time for me to get things done in my room. But the thing about busy work is I don't really care about how they do on it, which means I'm not really going to grade it, which means it's really just wasting their time because I'm not budgeting other things correctly. So, big goal is no busy work, because if I'm not going to grade it, what's the point? The fourth thing I'm not doing this year is buying tons of teacher supplies from Target, Dollar Tree, Amazon. Every year during back to school, all of my teacher friends and family go crazy at Lakeshore, Target, Dollar Tree. And to be honest, we don't make enough money to be doing all that. And yes, have a beautiful classroom that you love. You're gonna be there all the time. Make it wonderful for you to be there, but don't break the bank doing it. A lot of the things you probably have. Your book bins, if they're not broke, don't worry about it. If they're not the perfect color, it's really okay. Save your dollars for more important things for you and your family. Because at the end of the day, the most Pinterest perfect classroom might not be the most influential classroom in a child's life anyway. It's not about what your classroom looks like, it's how it works. So the fifth thing that I'm not doing this year is getting behind on my grading. So we've all been in that spiral. Work just piles up and you just don't get to it that week. But then the next week you have to do all the work from last week and this week. And of course you can't do all that in a week. So then you're constantly a week behind. And then when grades come due, you're like 3 weeks behind and you just throw out a couple assignments that you're not gonna end up grading because guess what, there's no time. The sixth thing I'm not gonna do is reinvent the wheel. So this is my 4th year teaching middle school science. At this point, I've taught most of the topics that are gonna be on my state exam. I kind of know how I'm gonna teach each thing, and I probably have a resource and a lesson plan somewhere for it. At this point, I do not need to come up with fresh material every single class, every single week. Sure, there's gonna be some things I'm gonna tweak because like, oh, hey, that part of the activity didn't work out so well, but you don't need to reinvent the wheel. If it works in the past, it's good to go. Don't waste your time. Save it for other things. The 7th thing I'm not doing this school year is taking it personal. So this actually came from my instructional coach, whom I love to pieces. I actually did a whole video about instructional coaching and I'll link that up here. But one of the things she told me was it's not personal. And that's it. Parents who are upset because their child didn't do as well as they thought they were, it's not personal. It's parents are having a bad day, their child let them down with expectations. It's not about you. Same with the kids. The kids have bad days, and sometimes it comes back on you. It's not about you. Sometimes we just have bad days, especially when you are teaching kids with trauma. You know those bad days come up more often than not because they're trying to deal with so many things going on in their lives. Don't take it personal. Keep your cool. It's not about you. The 8th thing I'm not going to do is be a one-man island. So I personally know I like to take on a lot. I also like to be the person who can do everything. But in order to really be successful and to not kill myself with work, I can't be a one-man island. It can't be just me trying to do everything. I really do need to make sure that I stay with my team and that we work together to help each other out. So if there's a group project across the grades that we want the kids to do, we meet as a team and we talk about it. Or if there's a student that we all know has issues, we take turns calling on behalf of the team. This is a team effort. It is a team sport. Even if you are the only teacher for your content in your grade, in your building, I've been there, but you have a team somewhere. Utilize them as much as you can. Save yourself some effort. In a very similar vein, the next thing I'm not doing is pretending like I can do it all. At some point, I have to stop saying yes, put my hand down, and say no. I am one person. I can only do so many things. And while I would love to do every single leadership and committee opportunity my school asks of me or offers, I know I can't. So, practice saying no to some of those things that even though you want to do, you know you physically can't with the other things on your plate. Prioritize those leadership opportunities, those committees to the top 1 or 2 that you think you can commit to. Or maybe you can't commit to any right now because you're teaching a new content, a new grade. There's a lot going on in your personal life. You're trying to have a baby, you're getting married, whatever it is. Learn to say no. And number 10, I'm not gonna do more than I can recover from. Every day I need to be able to wake up and do my to-do list of either work or personal things or hang out with my friends and family like I wanna do. If I do 110 things on Monday and I just kill it and I burn myself out, I'm not gonna be 100% for Tuesday. So then I'm gonna be behind on Tuesday's tasks for Wednesday and Thursday in order to catch up. It's not a long-term strategy. Each day, only do as much as you can recover from for the next day. So the next day when it comes, you're ready to go and get that list done. That's gonna mean that you're gonna cut back on things that you are being asked to do or that you have volunteered to do. But like we talked about in point 9, practice saying no. Say no to more things so you can say yes to more of those things that give you joy outside of work. So of all the list of things that I'm not doing, what are my top 3 goals for this year? Number 1, work contract hours or less. So, or less, meaning if I don't need to do grading or lesson planning on that prep period, maybe I take it as a break for me when it's supposed to actually be. Number 2, have every assignment graded with feedback within 1 business day. This is a big goal. I managed to do this for most of virtual time. I was so proud that I could do it. I really want to make sure I keep trying to keep this goal alive. And number 3, delegate more and do more teamwork. I've been in the habit for so long of just doing everything by myself, putting my head down and getting it done. And really, I need to ask for help more often, and I need to say no to more things. That's another one of my big goals for this year. Now, wait. You're probably thinking, all right, Melanie, that's awesome. Great for you. But how are we supposed to do any of these things? Because I don't want to work weekends, but I need to work weekends so I can keep up with my grading. I've been there. I feel you. So what's going to happen the next couple weeks is I'm going to give you some of my best strategies that I use to work contract hours or less, to grade within 24 hours and get feedback, and to do more teamwork. So stay tuned for the following week's videos on strategies on how to do those things. Next week, I'm going to break down to-do lists. 2 ways to do them, plus a bonus tip. It's going to be life-changing. Stick around for next week's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. It really does help out my channel and it helps other people find this content. Also, please consider subscribing so that you get all of the latest videos in this playlist and you can have your best school year ever as well. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. I can't wait to see you in next week's videos. Bye, y'all.